Hi, it's Bryson here, out in this lovely, magical forest, just enjoying myself. Um, I have some real ass shit to talk to you about today. So, a big discussion that is a big part of everybody's lives are things related to currency. It's something we constantly are required in this society to think about. But what if I told you that you are the real currency? So let's just take a moment to kind of like think about what the theory of money is like for instance, like fiat currency or cryptocurrency, those types of things. Even gold as a currency. What actually backs the value of that particular currency? It is the conscious acceptance of it and nothing more. When it comes to fiat currency, it's backed by nothing more than a collective conscious agreement that this is how currency works. The same thing even with gold. If you think back in the day, before gold had all of these advanced industrial applications, I mean, even though, gold metallurgy's, been around for a while, but like, even before you had it to the level that we have it now, like gold fundamentally on its own really didn't have any intrinsic value other than that everybody just was obsessed over because, oh, ooh, it's shiny. And everybody just decided that having jewelry and ornaments made out of it was a status symbol. So when you realize that when currencies are created, it's created by nothing more than a collective conscious imagination. And then you realize, okay, well, you ask, what is consciousness? Well, consciousness is soul. So then, therefore, the real currency in this world is your soul. Why do you think they work so hard and so aggressively to control the narrative and control exactly how you think about the world and exactly how you think things should be? Why do they keep you distracted with fear, divide and conquer? Why do they censor? Why do they do all of these tactics? Well, it's because they know the truth. They know that the real currency on this planet is every single unique, beautiful individual on this planet. That's what really is keeping the whole show going. And so when people realize that they are the real currency, and that you are the real value that this world needs, this is when you create a paradigm shift in the way people think. And you start questioning these monetary systems. Why we allow a small insider group of corporations to create it out of thin air, and then they now produce money based on debt plus interest to them that exponentially grows to pay other debt with interest exponentially growing on it. And so you have a humanity that is completely financially enslaved. And this shit that I'm saying is some fucking real shit. And like, this shit, it's like you're not making certain groups of people happy when you talk about this stuff, because there is some crazy stuff going on in this world, and the people who actually control this current paradigm where fear reigns supreme, and it's all about dominance and creating this sense of false scarcity in the world, in a world that is completely and utterly bountiful. And when you have that paradigm of people that need that energy, you are threatening them when you are waking people up to who they really are and making you realize that you are agreeing to a system that doesn't work for the majority of people. We are all agreeing to this. So when you wake up to the fact that you are actually the real currency, you see trying to be attacked right now by the plane flying over, but that's okay. I'm sure you guys can hear me just fine. But when you realize that you are actually the currency, this is when the paradigm shift happens. And then you realize, I don't need to be controlled by fear anymore, because I am the consciousness that is bringing about the reality I experience. And so when you realize that nobody can scare you by making you feel that if you don't bow down to them, that you're not going to make it, you're not going to be able to eat, you're not going to be able to do anything. You don't have to bow down to that sort of mentality. And so people need to realize and stand in their power and stand in who they are and be authentically who they are at all times and go with and follow their heart. Like right now, I'm out in beautiful nature because I've followed my heart and chose to come out here and experience this beauty, and I'm enjoying it. And I'm moving my life in a direction that's going to get me closer and closer to to living my dream that I want to live in. And if you're watching this, I'm sure you're on your way too. And so this is just, you need to realize who you are. You need to realize who the real gold standard is. The gold standard is the person you look at in the mirror every day. And no one else is capable or needed for your survival than you. You know, we come from ancestors that walked through vast wilderness and just daunting, vast wilderness, 900 plus miles, dealing with all kinds of dangers. And now we have people in the society who are too afraid to step out of their apartment and too afraid to breathe the air outside. And we have become so detached. And I probably have said this in one of my other videos, that the real opposite of fear is love. That when you are living in fear, you are not loving life. You are not being authentically and fully human. But when you love, you live an authentic human life. And this is what this shit is all about. And people are waking up, and the tricksters who are keeping humanity paralyzed in a system that doesn't work, those people know that they're losing control of perception, because something magical is happening on planet Earth. And if you're watching this video, you're part of that. And it's because you're seeking love in your heart, and you're seeking an understanding, a deeper understanding, and realizing that love, freedom, and respecting someone else's right to have a different opinion than you those are the highest fundamentals you need to have in this world. And that people can have differences in philosophy and actually still allow each other to exist and not feel animosity and not feel like someone is taking from you, because they have us programmed in this false scarcity mentality. There is food everywhere in this world. I walk through these forests. There's food all in this forest. Okay? There's no shortage of food on planet Earth. There are no shortages of resources. Everybody can live in bounty. So I'm out here just enjoying this day in nature, and I hope that you are taking care of yourself. And I thank you for watching this video, because together we're going to create a world where love reigns supreme. We're getting out of this fear frequency. We're done with this. You are the currency. Like they said, we are the world, we are the children. Get back that child inside. I'm recapturing that child. The child, as a child, I used to love being out in nature. I'm recapturing that. And I'm standing here before the sun, just enjoying this beautiful day. And I'm just free right now. I'm not going to say that I don't have still my struggles internally, but like, I just feel so free right now in a society that is becoming increasingly less free. And we're going to get through this. Humanity is going to win. The consciousness rising will continue, and there are going to be some rough patches, but everything is going to be all right. So thank you so much for watching this. I love the fact that there are some people out there who appreciate the things that I say. And thank you so much for being a subscriber to this channel, because we didn't come together just on some accident. People don't meet on just some coincidence. Everybody is tied into a strange, unknown clockwork that is occurring. And so that's where this is going, is that there's going to be some hate that's going to happen, but it's going to be overpowered by love, and that's what's going to happen. So thank you for watching this video. Together we will co-create a new reality. So we're going to get through this. We're going to be strong, and everything will be all right. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day.